Hello, everyone, and welcome to our concert. We're just getting set up, and we're going to let everyone in. And we're opening the waiting room. Hello, everyone from New York. We are very excited to see you all over the world, I see, from Israel to California. That's pretty long way. We're going to have a few more people joining us, but let's say hello to our wonderful artists of the day, Tali Rubinstein. Let's see you, Tali. Ta-da! Angelo is going to join her. Don't worry.
Hey.
Angelo is there. Wonderful. So we are very excited to have you here. If you're new to Music Talks is all about telling the story behind the music and then playing great music for you. So Tali is a close friend of mine. I know her for more than half of my life. And also Tali's mom is here. Tali's mom, wave your hand.
Hey, Mom.
So nice. I think my mom is coming, by the way, Tali, so you better play nice.
Oh, no, I have to.
So Tali, I know you for half of my life, but many people don't know you. What do you play? What instrument are you playing?
I play the recorder.
How has it been going for you?
How has it been going? Not bad, thank you. Thanks for asking. This whole time we've known each other, you never asked.
I know, I should have asked at some point. So, yeah, so Tali and I went to the same high school of the arts, but back in the day, Tali would play only classical music. The recorder is kind of like the king of the Baroque period, like the it instrument of the Baroque period. I mean, nowadays, during Corona, ukulele is the it instrument. So just back then, it was the recorder.
Yeah.
And that's Tali. So Tali, can you show us the recorder that we all know?
That you all know. Of course. It's called the soprano recorder.
Okay, so now you know it wasn't just any recorder that you've been playing on, it's a soprano recorder. The more you know. And we thought that it would be nice to start with something from the Baroque period. And we're going straight to the source. We're going to hear two short pieces that are from the Renaissance and the Baroque. So you hear where these instruments come from, because it used to be such an important instrument. So Tali, tell us about the first piece. It's not a piece for a recorder, right?
I think it's originally for flute, and it's
את
transposed
הבחורה
for
טלי
the
רובינשטיין
recorder.
שלך ניסתה לקשר עם בני למדה? כן, אחרי 10 דקות.
Wait, I'm going to unmute all. I don't know why, mute all. I don't know why it happened. 1 second. Okay. Okay, we're with you, Tali. Oh, wait, almost, because I muted you. Okay.
Okay.
Now we hear you. Okay.
So
Sorry.
it's Bach partita for flute originally. This is flute, by the way, the one you play like this. That came after. This is a real thing. It's the original one. So it's transposed for the recorder. Luckily, because Bach is the best everywhere. I love you, Bach. If you're watching, you're the best. And I'll play the last movement.
Okay, great. So basically, we're going to experience the recorder from where it started, and then we're going to take it on an interesting journey. So take it away. Enjoy.
Thank you.
hear all of your applause.
Nice.
Okay, wonderful. So next we have a short piece that is even earlier in period, and we have a piece from the Renaissance. We don't even, we're not sure exactly who wrote it, but the special thing about this piece is that it has an improvised style. So it already feels like what we are going towards. Right, Tali?
Yeah, it's very like fun. There are a lot of variations and it's very playful. And improvisation was like a big part of the style of playing at the time. So it
So
connects to later.
what's coming up later? I didn't know. Okay, let's welcome Angelo to the stage.
Woo!
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay, wonderful. So the next piece is called Bouffons.
Yes.
So we're going to try something for this show. I don't know, Tali and Angelo, if you had a chance to experience this, but we're going to try and do applause from everyone. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, and now applause, and we can hear you all. Okay, that worked out. Very, very nice. Good job also, everybody. Okay. And now we can hear Tali. It just requires some maneuvering. You know, women are so much better in multitasking. I'm like, Okay, that was so fun. And that's the thing. This type of music can be so fun. And this piece just, you feel it. It has so much energy. It's a good party. Okay, so now we are going to a tune that you're bringing from Israel.
Mm-hmm.
So let's give a little bit background. So Tali used to be in high school with me, and we were huge geeks. We play classical music. We would take the train every day to get to the Arts High School of Tel Aviv. It was a big deal. Tali even played solo with the school orchestra. So she, you know, usually they give the solo to the violinist or the pianist, but the orchestra played solo with the recorder player because she's so good. And then Tali, what happened? Why did you switch to the dark side?
What went wrong?
Yes, tell us.
Well, there's so many different versions of it, but
Give a short version.
well, it all started in 1985. I was looking for myself a little bit, like searching internally what I want to do. I went to study math for some reason. And during that time, I felt like to make
You have
some
it in your
order.
family.
What?
You have it in your family. The math, it didn't come by coincidence. You guys are smart in your family.
Well, I thought it passed on to me, but that didn't really work. The music passed more. So I thought it would be good to take a break from everything and just go have like some fun and like relax and think about everything and then go back to the real life. So I went to study jazz music as my year off in Rimon School of Music in Israel. And it just got me really excited about this whole thing, and I kept doing it ever since as my work, hobby, love, passion, like everything. It just so great to be able to improvise and create new music.
Okay, so it's a great way to connect to it with a tune from Israel. This tune is by Shem Tov Levi. He's one of the finest, I think, songwriters. He just, how would you describe it? He has a special sound to his songs that is a little bit different, right?
Well, this is like completely different than most of his music, but he has a very like lyrical side of like beautiful songs that he sings, and then he plays a solo on the flute, and he plays also piano, and then he has another side like more instrumental and quicker and like plays with rhythms and stuff like that. So that's more, this piece is representative of that. Representative.
Just play it. You don't need to represent it. You can just
I
play
don't need
it.
to represent.
Okay, so this piece is titled Debka.
Yes. If you hear a buzzing sound, so it's because I'm like singing and playing at the same time. It's nothing is wrong with the audio, just so you know.
Okay, no, you can't just say that. You need to show us before so we are prepared for it. What do you mean sing and play?
It's like, I'm glad you asked. It's like this.
Bagpipe.
Kind of sounds like that, yeah.
And how do you write it in music? How do you tell the artist to do that? Like, do you write in the music, sing?
I never saw it in the music, and I never told anyone to do it. I just do it myself.
Oh,
I've seen some people do it, and it's like word of mouth, I think, more.
Just have
This
to
is
know.
something you came up with for the song?
Yeah, but I've been shown this before. Like, it wasn't my idea, but I don't think I've seen it in
Alan,
music.
I'm trying to give you credit to make
somewhere.
you look like the most artistic person in the universe. Just take it. Say, sure, I did. Okay, now we know. We will look for it.
Okay.
And we won't complain about the mic.
No.
And applause!
אבל איך אתה כותב את זה?
Thank you.
Okay, that was very, very cool.
Thanks. Thanks to Angelo.
Yes, good job, both of you.
Woo.
Angelo, but can you also sing and play?
When no one's listening, yes.
Oh, I see. For the benefit of everyone.
Yes.
I see. Okay, very cool. How do you guys know each other? Tell us the musical journey.
Well, it's thanks to the Berklee College of Music, I would say.
Tell us about the Berklee College of Music. I heard about it. I hear it's a decent school.
It's all right, you know. It's a good music school. I'm gonna go fix.
I like you guys are modest.
1 second.
1 second. He's going to bring our photo album to show. No, he's going to fix something. We met at Berklee College, which is an amazing music school for modern music, jazz music, pop, anything, like many different styles. And my first ensemble at Berklee that I participated, it was with Angelo. It's called the Mixed World Ensemble, and it was conducted by Alan Maleh, our teacher, our beloved teacher. Anyway, he's back! Yay! Stop talking.
Oh, he's back!
Great.
I thought that I said something that offended him, and he was like, "That's it, I'm over it."
I
So
took
you've been
30
playing for
seconds.
years together.
Yeah. You had to go sing and play for a second.
Very good. Touche. Okay, and the next tune that you have for us is called Etude for Solitude.
Mm-hmm.
And when you send me also the email with the program, we're like, it's Etude for Solitude with Angelo. It was very important for you to point it out. So tell us a little bit about this piece.
I wrote it, part of it, many years ago. I think in Berklee, actually. I wanted to have a piece that I can perform solo. And so a lot of it is portraying the harmony within the melody. So you don't have to have an accompanist. In this case, we have an accompanist, but still not a harmonic instrument.
Yeah, he could sing also.
He could sing. And the middle part I composed, I think, sometime lately. It's a mishmash of a few things I put together.
And now that you came back to it, the solitude has to do anything with what we're going through now?
It was the title from before, I think.
Okay, so never mind. I take it back.
It was just because I wasn't with Angelo yet, and I was sad. So that's what the title is about.
Predicted the future.
So if you didn't get it, Tali and Angelo are together. And no pressure, you guys. I'm not pressuring at all. Oh.
Can you see us? Can you see us?
And now and now please sing a Disney tune. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so let's hear it.
You know we belong to...
She will take it. That's the thing with Tali. She will sing for you the Disney songs. She's also, Tali is really good in song requests. Like, she can play whatever you tell her. Like, she's very good at this. Okay, but let's say
Super Mario. Don't ask for Super Mario theme. I will not play that.
That's your weakness?
No, I can play it, but I will not play that.
Okay.
Because it's scary, the game. I didn't like it.
I think about this we'll talk later. I'm very curious. Okay, Etude for Solitude. hear the applause, everybody. Go. Applause situation is always challenging, but I think it's worth it. So tell me, you guys, Tali, you get to Berkeley, and how many recorder players usually are in Berkeley School of Music?
0. None.
That's kind of the answer that I thought you'd say. So how was that experience? Like, let's start at the beginning. How did you think this will work out? Like when you went to audition, like what did they say in the audition? Were they surprised? Did they ever see a recorder in a school that primarily is known for jazz?
Yeah, they were a little bit surprised. I think they thought it's gonna be some kind of gimmick or something.
It is, but it's really good.
I think it's like a cool instrument. I don't know. I mean,
Wonderful.
sounds different. Like any other instrument sounds different than one another, but I don't see it significantly like totally different than everything else. So I played like repertoire of jazz and some originals. So I think, and I've been studying a few years jazz at this point at Rimon School. So by the time I auditioned for Berkeley, I knew like the language. So I think it made sense to them, and they also got it that it's not. Why not? Like, why not do this?
And how was it in school? Clearly things worked out really, really well. But tell us a little bit about the experiences at the beginning at school. Like, I remember you told me that even in the computer systems of the school, they couldn't input recorder because they never had a recorder in the system.
Yeah. So in the school, I'm registered as flute major because I still think it's probably like that because I don't know if there's any other
for
people.
you? They didn't
What's
change
that?
it for you? They didn't change it for you?
No.
Oh, I'm disappointed. Okay.
So yes, I mean, sometimes it took a little bit convincing, like that it's like a worthy instrument and it could work. I mean, it used to be a problem primarily because the dynamic is too low, but since we have microphones, so it's not an issue anymore, there's no reason that it should be out of use. And another thing that usually dominates is the stigma of the plastic recorder and how you sound when you just start playing. So that's the association some people have with it. But once you hear the real instrument and played in a certain way that fits the genre, then it makes sense. But I did have some like weird situations getting to that point until it does make sense.
Yeah, so can you tell us, I love that story, very, very briefly. If you could tell the story about that ensemble that you told me that they expected you to come with a flute and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, you can like register for some ensembles. They have like a list of instruments that can attend, and one of the instruments was woodwind, or actually they had like several places for woodwinds. So usually saxophone players go to these kind of ensembles. It was a smooth jazz ensemble. So
Wait, smooth jazz?
yeah.
What's wrong with the regular jazz? No, that looks like jazz in the sea.
It's just like jazz that is
Hawaiian
more like
jazz. This is
poppy,
Hawaiian
and
jazz.
it's like smoother, less complicated harmony, and more like bluesy influence. And I really like that kind of style of music. So I registered, and no one asked anything. So I just came to the lesson, to the ensemble with my recorders, and the teacher told everyone to take the instruments out. So the bass player took his instrument, and the guitarist and the drummer went to the drum, and the saxophonist and the trumpet and everything, and I did the same with my recorders. And then he was minding his own business for a while, but then he saw that I put this like array of my recorders out, and I think he thought it's a joke, because he looked at me like, what is that? Like he started, like he didn't hide at all that he's surprised, and he didn't try to like, smooth it out. So
Smooth it out.
he just looked at me like that, and then I said like, "Hi, I play recorder. That's my major." And I mean, out of all the instruments, this is actually from wood. So that was my case. So he was like, okay. Like he was very, very, very outwardly skeptical about it. And of
were
course,
you able to convince him?
well, it was a little bit stressful because I had to really perform better than the average to convince him. I felt like I'm really like it's like a test. So luckily, using my nerdy skills from high school, I practiced so much in advance, all the nuance of the genre and everything, all the homework that he sent that he wanted us to prepare. Like more than anyone else, I was like ready with everything for this moment. So I played, and then at the end, I remember we went just like, okay. And that was like my approval. From then on, it wasn't a big deal anymore, and it was just like what it is.
Amazing. So the next tune is a tribute actually to one of your teachers, to Ernesto. It's a tune it's one of my favorite tunes that you play. I heard it so many times. So it's a tribute to your teacher, because I think this period in Berkeley really influenced you. Can you tell us just about what we're about to listen to?
Yeah, so I went to a percussion class with Ernesto Diaz, and we learned how to play all these different Brazilian percussion instruments and rhythms, and at a certain point he showed us some call and response with a very intricate rhythm that the whole class was like, whoa, 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 what? Like, because it plays with your brain a little bit. And I liked it so much. Once I understood it, I thought it could be cool to incorporate it in a tune, and I wrote a whole tune around it. But you will see at a certain point it gets to this cool rhythm.
Okay, wonderful. So this is Ernesto's Rumba.
Yeah.
Applause, everybody.
Hey.
Okay, very cool. So now we are going to take it to one of, I think it's my, sorry that it's always about me, Tali, but it's because you're playing so well, and I have so many things that I love about your playing and about your creativity. Especially now, usually you have a whole band with you, full drum kit, a piano, a bass player, maybe a guitar. It's quite a challenge, and what you guys are pulling off is so impressive. And thank you. We don't have all those things, and I think I can say in behalf of everyone, none of us have ever heard a concert of a cajon and recorders. So thank you for that. Now you're going to play one of the most famous jazz standards by Chick Corea, Spain. Do anyone remember Spain? It's raise your hand if you do. It's like late 80s. It was like the anthem. Like it was such a popular tune. And the interesting thing about Spain is that Chick Corea brought into the world of jazz even more Latin and also world music. It's not just Latin style. And Chick Corea is a very interesting character in the world of jazz. He's such an active artist. He's so inspiring. And also in this tune, he was able to break the barrier of this is jazz music and only jazz people listen to jazz music. This tune was so internationally famous. And now you're going to hear a new version of it. It's truly remarkable. I want to remind you that the flute is a big part of the tune Spain, so it totally makes sense. No pressure, Tali. Let's hear Spain. Take us to Spain, because we can't fly anywhere, so take us to Spain.
Okay. When I get nervous, I make weird sounds of the recorder.
Why nervous? Why nervous?
No, it's just the... No, I'm not nervous.
You never made this tune when I was playing with you, so I feel better about myself now. and applause, everybody.
What did they give you to read?
Okay, so we're almost at the end of our show. Before we hear the last tune, first of all, another round of applause for Tali and Angelo. Let's hear it. Thank you so much. And I would like to mention that if you would like to support our artists, you can make a tax-deductible donation through MusicTalks. 100% of donations that arrive today will go towards Tali and Angelo, and those are performance grants. So when you're supporting the artists, it just supports more performances they are going to do. Nowadays, we don't have any other ways to perform. So any support, even $5, really means a lot to us, and we really appreciate it. But more than anything, we really appreciate that you took the time and came here to join us, because we all want to perform. We need an audience. Usually we have a concert hall and the audience goes there. But nowadays it's a little bit more difficult, and we really appreciate you. We really appreciate all the folks that opened their cameras, because it's so nice to play for people, you know? So Bonnie and Carol and Tali's mom, we all appreciate it. But don't feel bad if you didn't open the camera. It's totally fine. But we really appreciate it. So I'm putting now in the chat box the information. If you want to make a tax-deductible donation, we would really, really, really appreciate it. And there it is. Boom, technology, interesting, happening. Okay, great. So this is the link. And also I will mention that next week on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, that is, let's think, 11 a.m. Pacific time. If you're in Israel, our dear friends, it's 9 p.m. We're going to have a fundraising concert with internationally acclaimed jazz pianist Guy Mintus. He's a great friend of ours, wonderful pianist, and it's going to be a program of jazz standards and jazz Sebastian Bach. So both me and Guy are preparing several tunes by Johann Sebastian Bach that we're going to give it a jazz spin. And it's going to be a great show. And all of the proceeds from the show, even the tickets, everything will go towards performance grants for artists. So far, we raised $70,000 in performance grants, awarded to close to 100 people. And all those people are going to start releasing their own concerts. So from their own homes, without me, they're just going to do it. And we're going to post about those concerts. So all of your donations are actually making people do good. So we really appreciate it. And this is next week. It's going to be, what, the 23rd? Great, now I don't remember. Yeah, it's the 23rd, Saturday the 23rd. And it's going to be a really, really remarkable show. Guy is a wonderful, wonderful artist. And we have several surprises in store for you and some guest stars. So it's going to be great. Maybe Tali will tune in. Who knows? There's a lot going to happen. So again, thank you so much. And now let's hear the last tune. We have now a really fun, just, you know, it's a pop song, it's a jazz standard, it's everything. It sounds like Superman now. But it's a little bit of everything. And it's the right motto for right now, because this is, don't you worry about a thing. I hope that you take it in, try to forget about everything, and worry about things a little bit later. But right now, don't you worry about a thing. Thank you.
Okay, so we end with one of my favorite artists, Stevie Wonder. He's like the best. So this is a tribute to his music, and wishing you all a very nice end of the weekend, and hope to see you soon again. Ready?
like in the good old days. Take a bow. Take a bow.
Yeah, that's true.
Take a bow.
Yeah, but then they're just writing.
No,
You
we're-
guys, that was so creative. I didn't expect that opening and ending. That was so cool. That's
Thank
what happens
you.
when you're in quarantine, stuck, and you don't have too many options. So you must be creative.
You play as many recorders as you can at once.
I taught her everything she knows
taught
on
me.
the recorder, so.
And how did you do it, Angelo? Like, how long did it take you to figure this out? It's a lot of work.
Well, we've been in quarantine since mid-March. I think about that amount of time. Till
Really?
now.
Oh, wow. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. This has been a pleasure. We hope to see you all on Saturday, 2 p.m. Information is in the chat box. I'm keeping the chat box open for a little bit if you want to catch it. If you want to catch the links and everything, we really appreciate you. We really love that you are here. If you have any question for Tali and Angelo, if you're curious about something, we are happy to answer any questions. You can leave them in the chat box or raise your hand. Or if Mama wants to say hello to her daughter. I mean, I have to disclaimer, really big disclaimer. Angelo's mom is right there. Janice is right there. So just to be fair to you, Bila. So yeah, but if anyone have a question or they want to say anything, thank you so much. In the chat box, Tali and Angelo, you're getting a kol hakavod and congratulations. So you'll be able to read this later. But thank you so much. You made my day. This is so great and so good to see you. I really miss you. Come back to New York at some point. I really miss you. It's really funny. Me and Tali, we're from the same hometown in Israel, from Rehovot. We went to the same high school. We did our army service together. Then she thought that she's going to do math in the same university I went to for music. And then everything changed. But then we met each other again in New York. And since then, we've been performing quite a lot together. So I'm very, very grateful for your talent and for your... most of everything that you're a really fun person. You really want to be around her. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you are. And let's stay in touch. Take care.
Bye-bye.
I'm keeping the chat box open so you can turn off the camera if you want. Because if
we were gonna keep doing it forever.
Oh yeah, you keep doing it. Bye. You look great doing that.